This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They start the drive with Cook. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd and 7, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. I think defensively you're okay with that. In the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quicker.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal by this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Out of his end zone, here comes Jalen Rager. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year. You're a guy fielding a kick. You don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Draw play. This is Henry. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. See what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from 33. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he goes goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They run again on first down. Cook to about the 48-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Cousins. Fights through it. Cook makes the catch on the out route. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 7 yards there and a first down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Cousins on first down. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. A big play there. Cousins to Thielen. 43 yards. They'll run with Cook. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They try again with Cook, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. (10-7) our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to throw here. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So a great throw right there. And what a regular season this rookie had. Piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title, and they get the home date here in round one of the playoffs. But, Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
Oh, I think they're going high, wide, and handsome in this one. I think it's all out, just as they've been doing all year long, because I think if you try and pull it back now a little bit, you're telling that young man you don't have quite as much confidence in it as you professed. So go ahead and continue to run your offense. Do the things that got you here. As so many defensive coaches have told you and me, all gas, no brakes. Let it rip.
Back to throw again. This is caught. It's Woods. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come back and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Another target and catch for Robert Woods. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up second down. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And in for the Lions touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins, complete. Smith has it. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll show the defense.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile, because They feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And he is going to be taken down. They got it. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw, Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Cousins now. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even got a ton of pressure in his face. It just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Play action now. Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 1st down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Again, it's Cousins. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
On 2nd down, Cook. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. First down, here's Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the 1st down sack. Cousins. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The kick by Joseph is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll keep it on the ground again here. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A shotgun handoff to Henry. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together in that sense of urgency you talked about.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
He'll drop to throw. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They go play action here on first down. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A nice gain of 21 yards. They'll try and run for it with Henry. Running right through it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Derrick Henry, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Lions continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys,
hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Cousins runs over. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. On play action, Cousins. This ball complete to Thielen going across the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Cousins got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Cook will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On second and goal, Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Jalen Reagor from 4 yards out. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Kevin O'Connell choosing to leave his guys out there. They'll go for 2. Cousins will try and throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown. Jamison Williams, 72 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty. You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. First down, here's the run with Cook. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over that time. It's going to lead to third down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch. Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Fourth down, Cousins. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw. Into the hands of Williams across the formation. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. One quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Right side complete. That's Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A very solid gain of 27. Henry is in for a Lions touchdown. So another rushing touchdown for him this year. Well, he's found the end zone quite a bit so far. Charles, that now an even 20 scores on the season.
And you know how often we use the term, probably I overuse the term imposing their will? Well, these defenses have become really powerless to stop him. That's what we've seen from him and his team this year. You know he's getting the ball down here in the red zone, but he's just got that strength of will himself, and he's used it to great effect.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll throw again. Cousins. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. Off the play fake, Cousins. That one complete down the field to Smith. And he's going to be out, down inside the 20 at the 15. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Cousins throw there, taken in by Smith. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. To throwing in on 2nd down. Cousins being chased out left. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you needed to get in something.
And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have, where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they caught one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They run it again with Cook. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Credit the tackle to Isaac Yiadom. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Cousins. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. Got to force the arm pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
To throw is Cousins. It's caught. Smith. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They go play action. Cousins. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Again, it's Cousins. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has touchdown.
Justin Jefferson from 4 yards out. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught at the 5. And he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the 2-point conversion. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. They keep it with Henry on first down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 14. And they take a knee. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristband.